Welcome to Gentry's Garage. We're giving another quick little update. Now, let's start at the top here. This is how the piece ended up, where I cut it out. Notice that we've got an indentation here and the indentation here. It's going to make it stronger. We put it in here, and then when I weld it, I'm going to have the boy pull that out straight, and then we'll tack it and we'll make sure it's straight. But this is going to be our first operation that we're going to do. As soon as I'm done with putting this on both sides, I'm going to put the side brace in. Now the side brace is going to go right here. I'm going to notch this thing so I can bend it out and give it more strength, and also so it's flat. We'll run another piece of angle iron across the side here, from side to side. I'm going to go down to the bottom here. And I wanted to point out a couple of things. Here, like I said before, we cut the front off of this one and the back off of this one. Almost perfect to where it's both are still flat. Now, of note, I want to show you right here. After I weld it together, I might end up cutting it back out, but I'd rather cut it back out because this thing will fit down lower. Remember, this has got to be behind the front door, so it's going to be, you're going to have more room. However I can make it so it's strong is how I'm going to make it, but like how this is cut out, I might have to cut the other one out. Okay? So, after we've got our bracing in, I'm going to come back, and like I said, if I have to run more bracing, I will put more bracing in, because we're going to cut pretty much along the tape line, even though it's not too straight, it doesn't really matter. And we're going to cut this out, and then we'll put these in and these in. Also, before I get to that, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, sorry. I'm going to weld these up, and then I'm going to use the English wheel and make it flat. Admittedly, we're probably only going to be using about 2 inches over what the seam is on the 2008 floor, but I also want to practice using the English wheel. And since I've got the metal, might as well do it. Learn something as you're going. But that's just a little quick update. And to keep you guys up to speed, I've run a 10-day crunch. I've got 10 days to get this body onto that truck. So we're going to end up cutting up that truck in 10 days. Wish me luck. It's going to be rough. Okay, for the last part of this video, we're at the end, almost at the end of the stage of cutting things out, and now we're at the stage where we're putting them back together. Now, in the other video, I told you how it's naturally bowed, that all cars are naturally bowed since the 20s. But I don't think I mentioned the fact that the front of these 60 to 66s is tapered in ½ an inch. Okay? So, what I did was, I popped these spat welds here. We've got our piece trimmed, got it ready to go, and I'm going to pull it out and make it straight. You see that? Go through it again. So just pull it out and make it straight. So after I do that, I'm going to weld in these braces here. I'm going to weld a brace across here, and I will start cutting this section out. Before I cut the section out, though, after I've finished the extra bracing, I'm going to weld these up, and I'm going to try to run them through the English wheel. So I'm going to fix all the side panels. Okay? Once we do that, we got these cut out, and we get the new ones in. I might actually add a bracing on the inside of this channel, but I'm not sure yet. But I might add bracing there. I'm going to cut the center of the floor out. At that point, we'll be ready to start working on the white truck and cutting it up so that we can use this floor. Anyway, let the sparks begin.